Today I'm going to show you exactly how to trade the fake out pattern, which is my favorite way to trade the crypto market because they do happen quite often and they also have an incredibly high win rate. So I'll show you exactly how I trade that. We'll take a look at some key levels for Solana as well, and where I think this market is going over the coming weeks. Now, as you can see, we do have a new addition to the office back here, the aquarium. I've always wanted an aquarium in my office, so I figured this would be a good starter. And there are no fish in there yet because I'm just cycling the tank right now, but that's going to be the next step. So anyway, guys, before we get started too, I do want to say that none of the content in this video or any video is financial advice because it is just my opinion. All right, so with that said, let's take a look at Solana, and we're going to look at two fake outs. So this first one occurred a few months ago, and we'll use this as an example of how to trade this pattern, and then we'll take a look at one that just completed. All right, so here we have the 122 level on Solana daily time frame. And the very first thing when trading fake outs is going to be to place your levels correctly. This is incredibly important, and it really just comes with experience and also using higher time frames. So that's the best tip I can give you for placing levels, is to use the daily chart. Okay, daily and weekly time frame is where you're going to spend most of your time. 80% of your time will be spent there when placing these levels, and you can go as low as the 4-hour time frame, but I really wouldn't drop down lower than that. But most of what you're going to do is going to be on the daily and weekly charts, because anything lower than that, you're going to get a lot of noise. So this makes it really easy to place those levels accurately. So the 122 level here for Solana, you can see very clearly that over here it was resistance, we had support, and then the market broke below and it became resistance again. So there's really only one place to put this level. You could put a little bit lower, but it's really not going to affect the fake out that I'm going to show you. So over here, you can see what happened is everybody started to predict this range. And I can guarantee you that on the way up over here at 122, a lot of people were trying to short this market, thinking that, all right, it's just going to move lower again, down towards 77. Why not play the range? Well, in the crypto market, it is rarely that easy, or at least that easy for long. So what happened is the reason this candle was so aggressive, and even the next one, is everybody who was shorting through here was getting liquidated or stopped out. So that exacerbated this rally here. And what you want to do, okay, the second thing you want to do when trading fake outs, again, the first one is going to be to place those levels accurately using the higher time frames. The second thing is going to be to just wait for the market to set up. All right, wait for the fake out, because you know that this level up here is resistance, and you also know that we have a downtrend in place. All right, a very well-established downtrend. So the trend is your friend, remember that. And so you want to wait for the fake out. So this up here just requires patience, okay? This is time to do nothing because this is going to be the fake out, all right? Now, the second thing is going to be to wait for the trigger, all right? So this is going to be your trigger down here. The close below confirmed that that up there was the fake out. And the next thing you're going to want to do is wait for the retest, okay? So this right here would be your entry. So that's your short entry right here on that retest of 122. So you've got the fake out up here, you've got the trigger, which is the close below, and then you have the entry, which is the retest of that failed level. All right, so that's the 3-step process for trading fake outs. Again, you could say 4-step process, the first one being to place those levels accurately on the higher time frames. All right, but these patterns have an incredibly high win rate in my experience, and it all starts with placing those levels accurately. Okay, so let's take a look now at what's happening here recently for Solana. So I mentioned this on Twitter a while back, but you can see where 37 was support back here in the market. Okay, so we had support on this candle, we had support through this area, and then notice here the market retested it as resistance. Now, once again, I can pretty much guarantee that everybody was shorting this right here, thinking that Solana was headed lower. It's rarely that easy in the crypto market. And of course, we got 2 days here of very aggressive gains. So once again, everybody trying to short this got stopped out or liquidated on these two candles. So this is when patience comes into play. All right, now before I go further, if you guys are enjoying this content, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon to get notifications. And don't forget to smash the like button and leave your comment below. Okay, so once you have waited for that fake out to occur. So you wait for this fake out to occur. This requires you to do absolutely nothing, because once again, you're not looking to buy this market simply because the trend is very well established at this point. Okay, the trend is lower and the trend is your friend. So we wait for the fake out to occur. And so this up here if we just map this out, this is your fake out up here, and it was confirmed with this close. Okay, so this down here is your trigger, and then just here recently we got the entry. Okay, so the entry was right here, right around $37. Now, if you'll notice, Solana didn't quite retest this level. If we use this low back here, the market came just shy of retesting that level, but let me show you what happened. Let me show you exactly why Solana found resistance there. So looking at the weekly chart, and remember what I said, daily and weekly timeframes are where you're gonna spend most of your time. So looking at the weekly chart last week, okay, the last completed week was a bearish engulfing candle. So if you'll notice, and this is a common misconception. So a lot of people think that this candle, this red candle the range has to completely engulf the previous one. That's not actually true. So what has to happen here is that the market has to close below the previous week. So you can see the close was right here, and this week clearly closed below the previous one. So this was a bearish engulfing week. All right, now a lot of times when you get a bearish engulfing week like this, the market loves to retest a key fib level. So from the high to the low, if we draw our fibs on the range of that bearish engulfing candle, the 618, it's kind of hard to see here, but it comes in right here at 36.98. Okay, so 36.98. The high so far this week was 36.99. Okay, so within 1 penny, the market retested this level. All right, the 618 fib. So, keep that in mind. If you do see a pattern like this set up, a bearish engulfing week or something similar, the market loves to test these fib levels. So if you see a fib level that lines up with your key level that you're watching for that fake out, there's a good chance that you do get a retest of that fib level, and the market may not make it all the way to that level you're watching. All right, now let's say that you missed that entry. All right, so let's say you missed the entry on Solana, and this is happening right now, by the way, so you can take advantage of this. Again, not financial advice, but just something to keep an eye on here for Solana over the coming days. So this up here was our fake out. Okay, so this was number one, this was the fake out, and we had the trigger, which was the close back below here, and then your entry over here. Now, again, the market didn't quite test that area right around 37.40, but it did come very, very close. So let's say that you missed all of this, you're coming late to the party and you see that Solana is down quite a bit. Well, the last thing you want to do is try to sell down here and chase the market, because Solana could just bounce from here and head all the way back up, or at least do a partial retracement, in which case you're probably getting stopped out. So the best thing to do in this case is look for a second chance entry. And in the case of Solana, we have a ascending channel here that's formed on this correction. Okay, so this down here, this right here was your impulsive move. This is your correction. So it's likely that we do get over the next, let's say, day or two, that break lower, the close below support down here for that next impulsive move to retest these lows right around $26. Now, of course, the low of this channel right around $31 is also likely to serve as support, but ultimately I do think that this market is at least headed back here toward $26. So that's what you'd want to do here for Solana. Again, not financial advice, but just something to keep an eye on if you did miss the entry up here, that retest of the failed level. So in this case, we're talking, at the moment, just above $33. Just keep in mind that that will change depending on when it breaks, because this is an ascending level. All right, so let me show you now where I think that Solana is headed over the next few weeks. So I do think that 26 is going to be support. That's kind of where I'm targeting here, short term, but longer term, I think that the $20 area is really going to serve as a magnet for Solana, just because of all of the lows back here. This entire consolidation back here, right around the $20 area, I think that this is going to serve as a magnet for this market over the coming weeks. So even if we see a bounce, from that $26 area, whatever it may be, I think that over the longer term, over the next few weeks, we are likely to see Solana test the $20 area. All right, so that's how to play the fake out pattern. Once again, I'll run through it one more time quickly. So we have our key level here, and again, it's important to place this accurately, and that just comes with experience. We've got the fake out above the level up here. All right, the fake out, we've got the entry or the close back below, which is your trigger. This right here confirms that this up here was the fake out, and then you've got your entry, okay, the retest of that failed level. All right, so the market moved above that level, this became a bull trap, and then we got the move lower, and then your entry is on that retest. Now, as far as, will the market retest or not, it's no guarantee, but I have noticed that on fake outs like this, a retest of that failed level is much more likely than a lot of other scenarios. So with fakeouts, I will say a retest is more likely, but of course it's not guaranteed. All right, so that's it for today's video. I hope you found it helpful. The key takeaway with all of this too, I'll leave you with this, is going to be patience. Okay, drawing your levels accurately, and then just having the patience to sit back and wait for the market to set up. All right, so if you did find the content helpful, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon for notifications. Smash the like button and leave your comment below, and I will talk to you all again tomorrow.